are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington football team. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down. It's Gibson, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Houston on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
1-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his tight end, Burton. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run with Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it'll bring up third down.
It's third down and 7 yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Michael Pittman, incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. This one into the hands of Burton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. Got a man open, it's Ross. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
His throw here's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Complete.
A very solid gain of 27.
27 on the play.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Colts 20. Washington, nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds.
Yo, can you hear me?
There's Tress laying down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to put it away.
Nah, I was letting my headset charge. Apparently, I don't know, my what's it called? My PS5 like cut off or something. I opened it, it said I had an error message or some shit like that. Nah, chill.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Allen.
Oh,
Second back right around the 41-yard line.
shit. That was a nice touchdown.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Flushed out right. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll roll him out right. He'll take a shot. It's caught at the 10.
That boy.
Down to the 10-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Allen now on first down. Being chased out left. He's got it. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He sets to fire deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
On the coverage.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he finds McLaurin. And the ball is knocked out. And the Colts pick it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Oh, boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Taylor. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this.
All right. Turn on my headset. Yo.
You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it.
Actually, see that last run?
Touchdown. I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3
chill. Well, this man, Jonathan Taylor, he already got 4 touchdowns now. I just ran like an 80-yard touchdown with him.
Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game, or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna play one, maybe 1 or 2 games. I'm gonna try to get out of the thing so I can start the city because I'm not doing no my career. That was the best thing that they could have done was have progression. Yeah, probably. But I mean, yeah, it's probably that way. But for what it's worth, I'm not gonna worry about that. As long as I can progress playing like park and shit or city, then I'm good. That's not about to do no huddle.
Just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And boy, that man do like.
Losing yardage back at the 27. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
All right, well.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, that's a dot, Will. That's a dot. And I clicked on the wrong person.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, How about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They'll try and run it here.
Oh.
He will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Yeah, but this shit is beautiful. This shit not skipping no more. Oh my goodness, that was like, it was like good at the beginning, and then that shit just went downhill.
Fielded in the end zone.
Like
Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23
at their own 23-yard line.
oh god, that shit gonna just start. Everything just gonna start shaking.
to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Ooh, no! You're not gonna hit Jonathan Taylor like that. No.
As they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
People talk about plays being blown
I'm not
up.
about to
That's
hit
exactly
Jonathan
what they're
Taylor like
talking
that.
about. That's exhibit A for physical play.
Well, it's still third quarter.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. The toss here completed to Pittman.
Right.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Michael Pittman. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He was brought down.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
A gain of 3.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was in.
Yo, that is such a long developing play, man.
Being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
No gain on the
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, thank you. Good D. Good D.
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Punt to the 2.
This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Don't worry, we're gonna save.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
5-yard line. Brings up second down.
So what do you have to? You have to win 10. What is it? You have to. So how do you get out?
22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
On first down, Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A.J. Boye. It's a gain of 5.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The quarterback.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Yo, how many picks am I going to drop?
Too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch.
Give me that, man.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, let's get up out of here.
Rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last
Shoot clock.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on
Damn.
As the scouting report changed, are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
9 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, second and 9. Now a run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
First down.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
Strip that ball. 56, Mike, 56.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. There he goes left side. And they are going to score again.
Yo, this is, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season.
Actually, not going to do stat switch on it.
But guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get
Well, I had sub Mac in some packages, but Mac, I ran Mac twice, and he got a little roughed up. So I was like, all right, well, let me just run this pitch. And this man like over pursued all the way to the outside, and I just cut it up inside. Yeah, as soon as you said, you know, you got Mac, I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Let me sub him into some packages so I can at least go back and forth.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Gibson.
Whoa.
He's got daylight. Pass
Man, that's,
20.
yeah, that was ugly that he just scored off of some BS.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. I don't think you can get any more more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75
Oh,
yards.
well, that is a dot.
That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the
Oh,
defense
that was a nice throw. I didn't think he was going to go there.
the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big time play, big time result.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down.
Blocking the back, holding.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you take the penalty. With that
All right,
field position
Will.
after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Taylor. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him.
Where is that
Stop
man?
him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
On the return is Sims. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd and 12. At the 40.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Let's rock your sin. Let's fucking go.
Up by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's fucking cold.
And they take a knee.
This man, rock your sin. Let's get it.
Tonight's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator,